This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.
Hey there, crew. Well, we've got our first severe thunderstorm of the day. You are on Peaks to Plains Weather. I am Matt Meister, and it is the first of what is probably going to be several here. Our severe storm coverage is sponsored by TAMCO Building Products and their Hail Guard shingles beyond Class 4. And we'll start off with where the first storm of the day is here. It is off to the north of Trinidad and is moving out of the Aguilar area. This storm has the potential to produce some hail between an inch and about an inch and a quarter or so in diameter. The severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 4 o'clock. The storm's not moving all that fast. It's moving off to the northeast at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's moving away from the interstate at this point, and it is moving what is over some pretty open country here, kind of between Highway 350 and Highway 10 in an area that had some very, very strong and significant thunderstorm activity last night. I checked in with the emergency manager in Los Angeles County. They were out northeast of Trinidad today. There wasn't much for what was, I'd be shocked if a tornado wasn't on the ground at some point around the Model area, but didn't hit anything, thankfully, and so can't put that into the books. You also see a couple of other thunderstorms. They are weaker than the ones around Trinidad. The southern areas had a little bit more sun to work with. We've been dealing with some cloud cover across the plains through a good chunk of the day here with all of the moisture that is in place. Dew points are not as high as yesterday on the high end of things, but we still do have a couple spots around 60 here. We are pushing this up against the mountains, and so the stage is set for thunderstorms to grow. But with the cloud cover that we've had east of the mountains here, we've got convective inhibition. That's the cap that you'll hear us talk about sometimes. And so where the cap is not as noticeable this afternoon and where it has eroded here is where we've seen some of the stronger storms. So over the next hour to an hour and a half, we'll keep working on that cap where these storms are having a little bit of trouble kind of getting stronger and using some of the moisture that we've got. But we'll keep working on that here over the next little bit. So in the cities between now and about 5 o'clock, as the cap erodes, eventually one of these storms that we have is going to get stronger. And when that happens, there is the potential for large hail like what we had yesterday. Now, I don't think the hail today is going to be as strong as yesterday because we don't have as much water in the air. I think between 1 and 2 inches. I think the threat for anything 2.5, near 3 inches like we had yesterday is just lower. I mean, here's the largest hailstone that we got someone to send to us yesterday. This is from the Lorson Ranch area. This is Shishrika Sharma sent us this. That's a 3-inch stone. And there were quite a few storms yesterday that produced some large hail. I'm going to let you watch this loop here. It goes from 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday until 3 o'clock this morning. And it'll come back around here. You'll see all of those hail reports kind of get added as they were happening. The first storm of the day produced a bunch of hail around Colorado Springs. Couple reports as the storm split, went up across Elbert County. Then you see the first couple storms rolling off to the southeast. Then it was quiet for a little bit. And we hit 9:30 last night, and that's when things started to roll in Pueblo County down to the south. We had more strong storms over the Colorado Springs metro area. Notice down here to the south where there were some of the strongest storms of the day, 2 things happening there. There are not a lot of us that live there, and it was very late at night. And so as hail was falling, people were sleeping, and we didn't get many reports down there. I am certain there were some large hail reports in that area. There also may have been a tornado with this cell right here as it was moving off to the southeast. At one point, we had some gate-to-gate shear that was at 120 miles per hour, a really strong signal for a storm in Colorado. I don't expect a repeat of this tonight. So from where we are right now, as we move through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening, here's how I think things are going to play out. Now, there's potential for large hail. It's just storms more likely up across the Fort Morgan area. There is a big storm just off to the northwest of Fort Morgan. I think our storms here for the rest of the day are going to behave a little bit different. There is a wave coming off the mountains that's going to help to erode the cap. So from where we are right now toward the dinner hour, I do think we'll see an increase in coverage, and I also think we'll see a couple of these storms get strong. Then as we move into the evening, they'll move out across the plains, and they may not have much success due to that cap, at least in terms of staying strong. We'll watch the southern border where there could still be some strong storms, and there are a few over the mountains. As we head into the middle part of the evening, still the potential from the Palmer Divide southward. And I think we need the terrain tonight of both the Raton Mesa and the Palmer Divide to have some of our stronger storms before we kind of keep the late night stuff up across northeastern Colorado tonight, and we're pretty quiet. I think the storms over the mountains have more bark than bite. We don't have the moisture in the low levels of the atmosphere over the mountains that we have here east of the mountains. And so we'll see some of these storms. There's some Virgo with them, some gusty wind, maybe some brief rain for sure, maybe some small hail, but the severe weather threat is east of the mountains. So as we head through the next couple of hours here, for areas across the Front Range, we'll watch for our chance of storms to go up, and then we may have a relatively quiet evening. So between now and about 7 in Manitou Springs is kind of when we'll have a chance of some storms, and then things will be on the decrease. So that's how it appears to me as of now. I want to get you kind of oriented here for the rest of the afternoon. I want you to have your location turned on in the Peaks to Plains weather app, because that's how we can give you a digital door knock if something is coming your way. Also want to let you know that you can always join our coverage live and be a reporter like people were doing last night. It was so great to have neighbors helping neighbors and truly doing our weather together. So while it's quiet here, pick one of these web addresses and save it as a contact in your phone for Peaks to Plains weather. Then if something crazy is happening at your place, maybe you get some inch hail, you want to show us that, we're doing live coverage, you can open it, you can just click on that web link, it'll take you to the web page, you give your camera, you give your microphone permission, and then you can join us. So that's how that works, and it's a really great tool and something that we are really, really enjoying doing with you and having you help us. So Tatiana is asking about the security in Widefield area for obvious reasons, because this area has gotten it the last 2 days. There were, I think, 3 rounds of hail last night in Fountain. That maybe Tatiana was a little bit south of where you are, but I know you guys want a break for tonight. And I can't guarantee that you won't get a storm, but I can't guarantee that you will either. So I've got my fingers crossed for you, because I just don't think there are going to be as many around this afternoon as what we had yesterday. Okay, so to reset, for those of you that are joining us here, we've got our first severe storm of the day moved out of the Aguilar area. That storm is in the process of weakening now, and this severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 4 o'clock. It does have the potential to produce some hail around 1 inch in diameter, and that storm's moving off to the east. We'll watch for the storms that have been having kind of a hard time getting going here. If you missed it, it's not because we don't have fuel. Now, we don't have as much as yesterday when we had dew points in the mid and upper 60s, but we've got plenty by Colorado standards. But we're working on this cap. There's this stable layer in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that once the storms can bust through that, like they've done down here to the south, we've seen them get a little bit stronger. So that storm moving out of Aguilar is weakening right now. If you're paying attention, you know why, because it's moving into that stable layer of air in the middle levels of the atmosphere. Anne is asking the same thing. What about my house? What about where I am? And you certainly could get one of the severe storms this evening. I can't guarantee it, but it is a possibility. So crew will keep an eye on things. I'm here. Mary is running to a doctor's appointment right now. She'll be back a little bit later. You can always be part of our coverage. Like I said, download the Peaks to Plains weather app and, tell your friends. We worked really, really hard last night. I know that there wasn't a lot of coverage in some other places, but that's what we're all about, crew. This is us taking care of you. And if you'd help us out and tell some people about Peaks to Plains weather, we would appreciate it. So that's this current look here. Thanks for checking in with Peaks to Plains weather. I appreciate it. We'll have coverage as we need to here through the rest of the afternoon. And again, between now and about 5:15, I think things will pick up a little bit in the cities as that Kappa roads. When it happens and something goes severe or it's getting close or high impact over the city, we'll be here to tell you about it. Reminder, you can get the forecast for where you are anytime you want it, the most detailed, useful, accurate forecast in the area from the area's most experienced weather team in the Peaks to Plains weather app, peakstoplainsweather.com. Love your yard with a new outdoor space from F&D Landscaping. From a new build to a new project in an existing yard, we listen and give you the yard you want within your budget. Lawns, water features, xeriscaping. We've got the artistic touch and technical know-how to bring the peak of Colorado outdoor living to your home. Reliable, trustworthy. Visit fblandscapes.com to schedule a free consultation today.